Galaxy Z Fold 6 will be out in just a handful of months, and there's a lot of rumors going around about this phone, and I want to talk about some of the strongest rumors about them and if they're positive or negative or kind of just the same and what to expect. So I wanted to go through that list right now, so let's do it. The first one is the display. Wider and brighter dynamic 2x 120 Hz AMOLED displays suggest a significant improvement over the Z Fold 5. This could translate to a more immersive viewing experience and better content creation capabilities. Now, I think that's a positive because we have the Z Fold 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and those all have these thin displays on the outside, and then the inside display is usually generally a well ratio display. So, you know, it doesn't really necessarily need any change on the inside display, but the outside display does need some change. It needs to feel more like a traditional phone, and it's going to get there a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be a huge thing, but I think it's gonna be an improvement, so that's why I'm calling that a positive overall move. The processor, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, it's great for gaming, content creation, it's great for day-to-day usage. It's gonna be great on the battery. So overall, it's a positive. Again, you're getting a great processor. It is a little bit of a jump over the 8 Gen 2, so that's why I'm giving it a positive move instead of a just kind of lateral type move. The next would be the cooling system. We got a bigger cooling system with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. We're gonna get it also with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is great because it's going to keep the phone cool if you're gaming or using high intensity products, apps, things like that. It's also going to be great for keeping long-time performance good over the period of the phone, meaning if you're doing something that's really and highly intensified, then this is going to be great for that because it's going to extend the life of the performance out and not have to hold back what you're doing on there. So that's why I think we're going to see some positive movements with that cooling system. Cameras, I'm calling this a negative because so far the rumors are we're basically going to get the same cameras as we did for the Fold 5 and Fold 4, really. So you can't look at that as a positive. Even, I mean, it might take some better photos overall, but generally it's gonna be the same kind of thing. I can't imagine they're gonna blow us away with like the way this thing takes photos and videos. Even though this is almost a $2,000 phone, probably, you're still gonna pay a lot of money for it and not get a lot of camera for it. I still want the S24 Ultra cameras in this, and I don't think we're gonna get it, so that's why I'm calling it a negative. Again, the cameras might be okay. I'm not saying the cameras are gonna be bad. I just don't think it's gonna be a big improvement, and I don't wanna call it an equal sign either, because even though it is equal cameras, it's like we've had the camera for so long, you have to call it a negative because it's time for them. If you're gonna pay for top dollar on this phone, you gotta give us top cameras as well, so that's why it's a negative. Build, a new titanium frame and Gorilla Glass armor would make the Fold 6 more durable and scratch resistant compared to previous models. So that's why it's a positive. It's gonna be lighter. It's gonna be better build quality. And they've shown us this with better build quality year over year over year. These things have been less prone, I should say, to breaking down, to breaking, to malfunctioning. So I think this is gonna be a positive move again for Samsung with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Battery, man, we've heard 4,600 milliamp battery, which is a jump. It could be 5,000, but ultimately I think the battery is gonna be kind of an equal. If it's at 4,600, it's definitely an equal. When you factor in that you've got a more powerful processor, probably a brighter display, and that's gonna use more battery, and just, it's not a big jump. 4,400 to 4,600 is not a big jump, so that's why I'm calling a lateral move, and don't expect anything hugely positive to come of this or hugely negative, kind of most of the same. I expect the battery life to be very similar, if not maybe even a little bit worse. Software, this is a positive. 7 years of updates is a generous commitment from Samsung, and if you can keep a Galaxy Z Fold 6 for 7 years and get all the updates out of it, that's amazing. With folding phones, the mechanism, the mechanicals built into it, I can't imagine most people's phones would last that long. And also, the performance of the phone is really gonna struggle after that time, but it's a positive in general. Just giving us that commitment, it's a total high five to Samsung for being able to commit to that. AI features, I love this. I love the AI features built into the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Pixel 8 Pro has AI features as well that are really cool and easy to use, same as Samsung's. So it's gonna be nice to have it on the Fold 5, but also it's coming to the Fold 6. So I'm gonna call it a positive, even though it's not gonna really get anything new per se, that in terms of AI features that the Z Fold 5 won't eventually get. But still, I think it's a positive in general, because any software improvements is always a positive. Storage, I'm calling it equal. It's a lateral move. We're gonna see 256, 512, 1 terabyte. Don't expect anything crazily different on that bench. I don't have RAM in there, but if you were talking about RAM, there's been rumors of 12 and 16. I would call that a positive if they get it to 16. But yeah, storage, it's going to be kind of a lateral move and it's an equal. And then lastly, I'm calling it a negative. Prices and colors. I feel like the colors I really want what they had with like the Aura colors. I think it was like with the S10 phones. Those look so great. They were so beautiful and so interesting looking. I'd like to see them get back to something like that. But I mean, I wouldn't say the colors are going to be disgusting or anything. It's just, you could even call those a lateral move, but I think the price is a negative. That's really what I was getting down to. At potentially $17.99, it's still too expensive for most people. At $16.99, it's still too expensive for most people. You got to get this at least down to $1,500, which I don't think we'll see this year. So I'm going to call the price a negative. But those are my thoughts so far on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in terms of positive, negatives, or lateral/equal moves. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.